Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TweeTV Playcast. Now, today we're looking at Liubai on CAMILLE, and he is the 2000 LP Chinese super server CAMILLE one-trick demon. And he's going to be in the Na matchup playing Ignite TP, no flash notably. Now, this matchup is quite tricky for CAMILLE. Range top, not always easy. But again, this guy, the amount of mastery he has on this champion is ridiculous. Wonder what ability he's going to start here. Na, notably, is playing a setup that likely has bone plating. Do get the last on the first minion, proc the W, manage to get the bone plating procced. I wonder if we're going to contest level 2 priority. That is, it's a big deal here in this matchup. Na's actually choosing not to auto attack us. I think. Wow, we're actually playing really ballsy. This Na, I guess he does is he's started Q, so I guess we know he's playing the Doran Shield setup as well. So maybe this matchup is actually quite favorable for CAMILLE. If you're playing Doran Shield and I guess if you're getting W'd every couple seconds, it is pretty painful. And we seem to have a lot of priority over the wave here, not being very respectful of us. Not how I assume this matchup would go, but again, yeah, this guy's mastering CAMILLE. A lot higher than mine. Na probably knows what he's doing too. So there we go. I wonder if he's just going to W on cooldown here. A lot of the time, CAMILLE players, you might want to conserve mana. It's a school of thought, but I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong with CAMILLE. Look, Q for the move speed and get the W off. Managed to get the Q auto attack as well, right before Na gets the Mega Transform. And I don't know why my Steam has popped up. We're going to leave this one in the video. Yep, there he goes. Na's E'd in here. We actually are not level 3 yet. Na, with a better level up timer than we do. We do get level 3 off the next minion. We have Ignite. I don't think this Na wants this fight. We can Q Ignite, and we're going to... Oh, look for the last hit with the second Q proc. Did we flash that? That looked really weird. Oh my god, that was actually kind of disgusting, low-key. So Na all-ins us on the level 3. We get our level 3 as well, manage to land a W, and then we think we're going to finish him off with a Q. But he flashes away from us and then spaces us really well there. Forced to use the TP back into lane. We're now down a solo kill. Chat is going wild. Liubai is, of course, a very big streamer in China. I wonder what we're going to do with the wave here. So Na can TP back as well. We're taking a lot of damage trying to freeze this. I think the best thing for us to do... Yeah, we can't freeze this. I think he wants to build a slow push and then maybe be able to get a reset. So one of the things you can do, Na, if Na doesn't TP back here, obviously it's not going to work. So Na's not going to TP back, I don't think. Well, Na's dropping some minions then. It's okay. But what I was going to say, one of the things you can do... Na might have TP'd back, actually. Lee Sin looking for a top gank here. We know Na doesn't have flash. We just eat instantly. So quick on the reaction side there. Speed, sorry. And Na looks like he's going to go down here. Lee Sin does manage to miss the Q, but then flash comes through. And we finish him off with the extended auto attack range. And if he didn't TP there, he's definitely going to have to TP now. Lee Sin probably should have eat the wave here to help us shove. CAMILLE shove is very, very weak. But yeah, the wall dive was instant there. The second that they're not over positioned, the Lee Sin pings on the way. He knows that he can get away with it. And despite the fact that Na is usually quite a slippery champion, a lot of movement speed, his E is very good. He managed to pick up the kill. I'm going to shove in the wave here, and it doesn't quite crash. That's what I'm talking about. I think Lee Sin maybe should have just eat our wave, and we would have had a lot of an easier time getting this wave in. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't mean we stay for another one, but our tempo's a little bit scuffed now. So if Na can hard shove this way, we can't though. I think it's okay. Wow, really good trade. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. He just wow. E-auto Q, and it's Q2, but he has the passive shield as well. He's playing shield bash, so it's a really, really insane trade. Even through the bone plating, does 400 damage to this guy. 38 CS at 450. Pretty good CSing so far, honestly. Despite the fact we got solo killed, this lane is very, very, very winning for us now, I think. Gonna come back with a Sheen maybe. Can opt to go for go towards armor boots as well. He's gonna buy Sheen. Still has a pot, so he's not gonna buy refillable here. Opting for a control ward. Interesting buy. A lot of the time, I mean, it's pretty good. That's ranged. Having an extra ward, so you can drop a ward when they're trying to kite you into a bush. This guy's losing his mind. The bottom right. So many people in his chat. By the way, that's crazy. It's like, yeah, that's ridiculous, man. Chinese streamers, I guess. As it sees that Ezreal's managed to get a kill down bot lane against a Kai'Sa. Kai'Sa Zyra is losing to Ezreal Calm. I guess it makes sense. The poke's pretty insane from that. I wonder how Na can play this now, because if he ever gets eat on by us, the trade is really losing for him. I think our E-auto Q is, the damage from that is going to be ridiculous, particularly if it's a Q2. And we have level 6, so we can extend the trade next time we get Ignite. Our Ignite's going to be back before this Na's flashes as well. Excuse me. These are all the types of things Liubai was thinking about. He'll understand that the matchup intricacies very well, understand that when this range player doesn't have flash, he's in much more danger here. Na chose to shove the wave and take a reset, so they're going to match items. I wonder what Na has here. He should check what Na has. I don't think he gives it. He just does not care, does he? Yeah, he just goes to the trade anyway. He does not care what Na has. Oh, he sees he has the boots. We just ult Ignite. We can auto Q2 here. I think Na's seriously overestimated how strong he is, and we just one-shot him. The Hextech ultimatum is proposed. And Na comes up blank. No response. 125 gold in the pocket now. Do get a solo kill. That is insane, man. Yeah, I played a lot of Camille in my life, and I did not expect that damage. I did not expect Na to just go down. By the way, look at his items. That guy has steel caps, and this is buff steel caps. This game was played this patch. This is like the new buffed steel caps. And that guy just vanished. Wow. I mean, Camille a lot, I guess, when you're playing Ignite. This was why these players play this Ignite setup. Not even with Conqueror. Just goes aggressively, gets one trade with E, manages to get one Q2, and then he knows that, hey, if I land this one Q2, you're now in kill range. You can space out the tower shot and go for that auto Q with a Sheen proc, and you're dead. And now Nara's in big trouble here. Liubai is very, very fed. We have Sheen and Phage as well, so there's no getting away from us. Camille, of course, is one of the fastest characters in the game. There's Hecarim move speed up there, bro. Gonna Q to the mini. This guy is just, he's going at it. Excuse me. Just had lunch, so I've got a, bit of a cough in my throat. We do engage on the Nard right as he gets Mega here, but we have the passive shield available. We're just going to use the move speed off the minion to get out there. Take a short trade. Happy with that. Get a bit of a chunk on. And as we've just realized, this Nard is not as safe as he thinks. Like, the Camille's kill range is very, very, it's quite large. Very high HP. W does miss. Nard move speed as well, very high. Of course, he gets that W hyper wallet passive when he leaves his ult. So he gets that increased move speed. Cue the wave here, finish off the cannon. Hopefully we don't miss the last hits. Of course not, because we're high elo, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna queue this minion. Really, really clean last hitting there. He's actually playing on 50 ping. I wonder if he's actually playing on the Chinese server. He might just be in like Eastern China or something weird. Again, he doesn't even have to land the E. As long as he has Q2 available. Never mind, we're getting ganked by LeBlanc here. She does manage to land the chains. And Na might be able to finish this off with a solo kill. He tries to finish this off with a bounce. We're not happy about that, are we? Wow, that LeBlanc gank was pretty brutal. Wonder if it got pinged in chat. Obviously can't read. That is, yeah, this is on the Korean server. That's right. So you see Korean characters in chat. This is Liubai playing from China on the Korean server, which is why it's pinged so high. Usually you see these Eastern players. They have really, really low ping. They're playing like 8 ping less. I know that, for example, Xiao Chao Meng, he plays on like 4. But Liubai playing on 50, which is like a big handicap. I play on like 30, and like 50 is pretty bad. Whenever you get 50, you can feel that. So this is not him at full power. Of course, he just didn't respect the gank there. LeBlanc's roam time is unbelievably fast. Still catching us out. I think he thought he maybe was safe as well. Again, the damage from LeBlanc. Na's follow-up's really good as well. It can slow you, and he gets increased move speed. Plus, if LeBlanc lands the chain, I think you're just screwed in that scenario, particularly if you E in. So the trade was good. Well, unfortunately, he disrespects the timing on the mid lane roam. Probably just wasn't looking at chat. Potentially, he couldn't read the chat as well, given this guy is Chinese and the pings are in Korean. So unless he, reads Korean or was actively paying attention to the pings, the chat's not that helpful. Gonna go for this deep ward here. That ward sees both blue buff and Gromp, but it doesn't actually see blue buff when it spawns, but it's very obvious when the jungler is taking blue buff. You'll see their little icon on the map with that ward. You can be a little bit more precise with where he puts that ward. You can put it a little bit further over to the right and you get a better view of both, but that one's, I mean, it's fine. It does a trick here. I don't wonder if we're just going to E aggressively on the Nara, if we're just going to try to slow down the lane here. We can look for a Q2. Wow. Just gets the move speed into the Q2. Now he's procced the bone plating. I think now maybe he looks for the E. Yeah. So when the Nara has no bone plating, that's so sick. When the Nara has no bone plating, he procs the bone plating with QW move speed. And when the Nara has no bone plating, he goes for an EQ2. And even if the Nara manages to dodge that, the Q2 is still going to come through. Because the reaction time is just not possible. It's just not possible to react to that and E away fast enough to not be in auto attack range when Camille counts 3 with it. He's going to play around this bone plating again. Has his passive shield back up. Nara looking to ult us in. I wonder if we're getting ganked here. I don't think this is a very good trade for Nara. He's just about to go little. We are getting ganked. We have ult available. Really good ult to interrupt the LeBlanc dash. And we're just going to one-shot the Nara. TP comes through from our teammate. LeBlanc lands the chains. Graves is here as well. The blind shot comes through. And the ult does not execute us. LeBlanc is not able to finish off the kill. We're just going to run away with the move speed. We do have a passive shield coming back up, but we're not able to execute it. LeBlanc finishes off with one well-timed auto attack. 2v3's top-tied skirmish does not go in favor of us, but at the end of the day, the Nara does go down. And that's what matters here. Our lead over the Nara is extending. We have Triforce now. This guy is never able to trade with us again. The reason that went so well for us is because our ult timing was right as the LeBlanc W'd on us. So it had double effect. The first effect was that it obviously dodged the W. And the second effect was that it knocked LeBlanc back. So we isolated Nara for half a second longer, meant that we lived for a little bit longer than we should have. Managed to take out the Nara in that timing window. Now we have the Triforce, so we see our wave clear actually does expedite somewhat. LeBlanc on the top roams has been pretty brutal. But we do have a winning bot side. 7 to 8 in terms of the kills. 2-0-2 on the Ezreal though. That's what you gotta look at if you want to win this one. Always gotta be identifying your win cons in these games. Obviously, Liubai is a win con in himself. This side lane threat is going to be completely gargantuan. The Nara is not going to be able to contest this Camille in any way. And actually, I'm intrigued by how favorable this matchup is. Like, it seems like Camille is just completely dominant here. LeBlanc has decided to lane swap here. The Graves comes through the blinding shot, and the chain does land. This LeBlanc's been very clean with her chains all game long. Graves with a shotgun, trying to finish this off, but Lee Sin is here to cover. He does not have the ult available, and LeBlanc might finish this off here. We do manage to get a bit of damage done. But LeBlanc manages to fool out Lee Sin. He goes for the wrong one. LeBlanc W's back to the original. Takes him out with another well-placed chain. These plays are not going well. Liubai, obviously feeling very frustrated at this point. That's very bad for your tempo, that death. I actually don't know where Na is. He could have AFK'd. That is also an option. No, he's mid. Okay. But yeah, that type of death is extremely bad for your tempo. You've just come back to lane, and as you're shoving the very first wave, you get killed. And that's really, really, really terrible. He's now going to drop a whole minion wave. Plus, he loses the XP to LeBlanc. Plus, while he's been dead, Nara's been alive the whole time. So just with that play alone, a little bit of the side lane pressure has been relieved. The fact that this LeBlanc is getting the gold as well means that it's much scarier as a Camille player to walk up in the sides. Because if you can't, like, if you're going to get one-shot by some, like, 7-0 assassin mid-lane ADHD player, you can't really walk up in the side lanes, particularly if it's a LeBlanc, because her roaming is so ridiculously quick. Now, our champ does inherently counter LeBlanc. There's no counterplay to getting Camille ulted. LeBlanc's whole idea is that she can dash around, she can trick you with which one she is, where she's going to go. But when the Hextech ultimatum is proposed, there's absolutely nothing you can do. It's do or die. You better be able to stat check the Camille in that scenario. Not many people can. But the real question here is, like, whether or not we're going to still be really winning in this top lane matchup. We'd like to be able to get plates here. That's the ideal. So the ideal here is to be able to shove this wave, and then just get like 2 or 3 Qs on the tower. We've got 30 seconds. Liubai is going to look for it. We can walk. One thing you can do is walk behind the tower. If you walk behind the tower, your laning opponent has to choose between attacking the minions and attacking you. Look for a really aggressive trade, actually. This is what I'm talking about here. So he's going to walk up. Na's going to drop last hits for this. He's getting good trades for last hits, right? So this is fine. We actually get the play anyway. Na's looking to try and kill us, actually. We do see Graves and LeBlanc bot side. I think this is very greedy from Na, who thinks he's got the advantage in this matchup, but he just does not. And he's sliced up by the fucking Cho'Gath ult from this Camille at 14 minutes. Na getting a little bit too overzealous. Thinks that despite the, with the tempo advantage, maybe he has a chance. He hasn't reset in his gold yet, and he's down the level. TP comes through from LeBlanc. I think our replay's just cut back half a second, but it's all good. LeBlanc TP's top here. She might run us down here. We're not very happy about it. He's screaming. Please, please. She might flash W. No, doesn't go for it. Chain does miss for the first time in this game. Which is good deal. Whoa! Graves is here. Uh-oh, here comes the Graves ult. We're about to get shotgunned in the noggin. We do have E out. Oh! Oh my god, the Karma Shield was late as well. We live on about 12 HP. And the gold card under the tower finishes him off. Graves got to be kicking himself after that one, just into the bounty. For a play that doesn't even work out. It's the type of thing you cannot be doing. Even though it looks good, New buy on Camille, like, we need to kill this guy, we need to shut him down. That is the type of play that you make when you're behind, what Graves just did. Where you sprint up to the tier 2 and you try to take out the carry. Graves is 3-0 at that point. He cannot be running around inting. Like, if you drop your bounty, you're going to lose the game. It's as simple as that. You got to be playing safe. You got to force them to make the in plays when you're ahead like this. You can't be forcing too much. LeBlanc just one-shots our Ezreal, cleaves him down. Nara's about to go mega here, but he's not quite there. We do land the W quite aggressively. And I think we're still looking to posture this fight here. No, just going to get over the wall. Take out the zombie ward. Bang. See you later. And I wonder what the lane assignment is going to be here. Chemtech Soul, obviously, very beneficial for whichever team did not get the first 2 dragons, because that thing is trash. Unfortunately, we are the team that got the first 2 dragons, so our win condition is a little bit scuffed. The reason Chemtech Soul is bad, a lot of people say, like, why is Chemtech Soul bad? The main reason is because it's a soul that only activates when you're below 50% HP. And with the way that League of Legends works, you're not below 50% HP for very long. Like, you're usually 100% HP, or you're dead. And the time you drop below 50% HP is like the time when you're getting killed. And like a little bit of DR is not going to help you in that scenario most of the time. It's partly that, and it's also partly that the impact of the soul, like, Chemtech Soul, like, I'm not going to argue that it's objectively bad to have. It's better than nothing, no? But, like, it is objectively worse than the other souls. And that's the main reason that it sucks. Because that could have been a Hextech soul, right? That could have been an Infernal soul. But it's just not. LeBlanc, W, does manage to, scare us off a little bit. Pop out bone plating. We're just going to walk away. We're going to respect her. Say, see you later. Grab the plants here. We're going to stay a bit because our gold is not high enough yet. Now, I wonder what boots he's going to opt for this game. A lot of the time, these ego, like, you can ego Lucidity boots. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's a CAMILLE one trick, by the way. It's a CAMILLE one trick, by the way. Anyway. Yeah, you can ego Lucidity boots on CAMILLE, but I wonder if he's going to do it. It's kind of a risky thing. Kind of a, a thing you do in low elo here. LeBlanc does have to be careful. Our Ignite's coming back up. We have ult. I think Liubai knows that this is within his range. We don't see Graves on map, though. That's the only thing. With the way LeBlanc's playing, I don't expect that he's hovering. The second we see Graves on map, I think Liubai's going to be looking aggressively here. Never mind, LeBlanc just wants for the 1v1 here. And I think if LeBlanc gets a really good engage like that, it's not playable for her. She does have to be careful. We just can one-shot her if she's not careful. Graves is here as well. So the Q2 is not going to be there in time. That's what I'm talking about, the Graves hover. Nothing we could really do in that scenario, but just a bit overforced from us. Walk up a bit too far. And in that scenario, it's like, well, we have to fight her. There's no getting away. It's LeBlanc's just going to run her down. We almost one-shot her as well, but the Graves again. We knew he was hovering. Doesn't go well for us. Does not go well for us. Top 12. Game's quite even here. Gonna get the Herald, but we're gonna trade bot tier 1 for it. LeBlanc gets the gold on bot tier 1. Not looking the best. 900 gold for the Merc Treads here, so he's not gonna go for Lucidity boots. I think it's fair enough. I think particularly if you're not playing Flash, the value is like a lot lower. CAMILLE with Flash is extremely good. But I think Liubai's chosen to play Ignite here. Maybe just for the matchup. It's definitely matchup dependent what you like. Could also just be that he's feeling Ignite right now. Like a lot of the time, you can't read into too much what people do. Like when they one-trick their champion, you can't really read into too much what they do with their stuns. Because a lot of the time they have enough mastery where like whatever they play, it's going to work. Whereas whatever you play on this CAMILLE, like you need to be playing what's optimal. Because yeah, you're not Liubai. Gonna shove this wave in here. But it could also be that Ignite is just optimal in the Gnar matchup. I can imagine it. It looked pretty strong in lane. My example for this, by the way, is that the rank 1 Darius in China sometimes plays Ignite on Darius. And the reason he does that is because it's more fun. Not because it's better than Ghost. He likes doing it in lane. And that's about it. It's not even matchup dependent. I've seen him play Ghost and Ignite in the same matchup. Gonna take the Drake here. This is the third Drake for us. But Karma does manage to get picked in the river. This could be a river skirmish. I don't think we want this fight. We're just going to run through our control straight to bot lane here. Try to get a tempo shove off. One thing you can do here is shove this wave and then sit off vision. And then wait for enemy team to show. And then hit the tower. The other thing you can do is just hit the tower straight up. And I think we might be doing that. We do see Graves. So it could just be LeBlanc here. It is just LeBlanc. She has to be careful though. I don't think that's 1v1 is winning for her. Unless it's on a tower, of course. Liubai, very respectful. 4 and 5 doesn't want to go 4 and 6. Fair enough. You know? Good mindset to have. We do have the Merc Treads now though. So I think LeBlanc's damage... bit of the bite will be taken out of it. It was a full combo here. See, Chinese Spotify has been opened up here. Bit of a music adjust. Now we can expect him to go crazy. I don't even know what the hell this is. This is... yeah, well, I think he's just turned on his scripts or something. That was what that was. We just... like, you heard it here first, guys. Liubai, Chinese scripter. Well known. That was disgusting. Someone was on his computer. 169 CS at 20 minutes. Drow Baron is spawning in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Can I say that Baron river animation where it swims through the river? I swear to God I get jump scared by that like every game. Meanwhile, Gnar is actually solo killing our Twisted Fate in the top lane if you look on the map. Now that is completely illegal. That cannot... oh my God, he's full HP. Twisted Fate's forced to flash. We do have TP available if the team does decide to skirmish in mid lane here. We are really strong. We just drop Herald. I think Lee Sin may have been trying to ward. Like, this is not the time to use Herald, my friend. We just had our ADC die and our Twisted Fate had to reset on top lane. And now we're 2v5 in mid. Oh, he's driving it anyway. Bang! Crashes it. But I think the Baron could just be the call here for the enemy team. We're going to have to really put in work if we want to win this game. This is looking grim. This is looking like my CAMILLE games. TPing in, I think he's calling the Baron here. We don't have vision on it. They did do the Baron. They managed to finish it off here, and this is all us. We do not E over the wall. We managed to get the Ignite on the Graves here. We need to finish off the Graves. We turn on the Gnar there. Just one-shot him without damage. This is an angle for a pentakill, I believe. Managed to get the Q2 on the... oh my God. He's just taking everyone out. He's slicing through them. And this CAMILLE is completely unstoppable. Are we going to get the quadra kill? Where's the penta? LeBlanc going to hide like a little rat she is. We just come in, we TP in, and that looks so easy. Looks so easy. Absolutely no skill required in that scenario. He screwed up his E over the wall, and that's fine. I'll just ult. Manages to ult on the Graves, keeps the Graves locked in with him, finishes off the Gnar, goes to the Graves next. And it's too easy. It's just like that. And this champion, I'm telling you, it's busted. It is broken. Obviously, not the easiest. Like, it's not the easiest thing in the world. You can play Garen, that's a little bit easier. You know, Darius, probably a bit easier. This champ takes a bit of skill. There's definitely a lot to it, particularly in lane. You gotta know your limits. You gotta know what you're doing. But then again, the reward of picking it up is that you get team fights like that where you just run around and you one-shot everyone, and like it's just like, yep, that's the plan. That's the game. You just Cho'Gath ult on 2-second cooldown, bang, bang, bang. Love this character. But I think again, you can put that fight up to like, oh, CAMILLE's broken. I think the real reason it went well is because of the time and the place where he engaged. So like, this is a champ similar to Yone. I got ridiculed for not saying that. Similar to Yone. My bad, guys. In that, if you go in first, and never mind, hold that thought, we're going to Ian on the LeBlanc here. We do just immediately proc her passive. She is one-shot. The W might finish off here, forced to flash. But we are 1 HP here, taking out the Zyra, but Graves just cleaves us down with a shotgun. Oh my god, he's one-shot now, Lee Sin as well. This is like realistic Graves. Don't tab out, man. I'm trying to watch the fight. Hey! What are you doing? Oh my god, turn off, like, keep the hacks off, mate. That's for next game. Oh my god, Graves flashing forwards. Look at the fight, man. Oh my, this is my least favorite observer I've ever seen. He's tabbed out again. I guess he got aced. This one's fair enough. What is this thing? What is it? Well, there it is. Graves just like, looked like a live leak video. He's just running around shotgunning people, one-shotting, bang, bang, bang. Probably not the best analogy. Yeah, anyway, moving on. Alright, gonna go bot wave here, I believe. Wonder if he's going to ping on the wave. He might just like contest the mid wave as well. That's another thing you can do. He might go mid to bot as well. That's like the Val's play here. I mean, yeah, that is probably the correct play as well. Given your other carries are dead, we just one-shot the wave. We have the Ravenous Hydra available now. And he's choosing to go something Drewtoot would disagree with here. Drewtoot, big fan of going Shojin third on Camille. And the reason for that is he's like, Camille is a damage carry. You don't want to go tanky. You're not doing damage, you're useless. And that's fair. So Drewtoot likes to go Shojin third. He likes to go for those Ionian boots. We see Liubai, another very good Camille player, choosing to go for that Sterak's third. Bit of a more safe option. I think maybe better in a game where you're playing against the Graves, who's like one-shotting everyone, and the LeBlanc. As we're, more scripts, turn them on, we need them all. He turned on his CSing scripts because he missed a minion, I think. Kai'Sa's just ulted in, looking like the ADC on my team. Jesus. Gone in absolutely 1v5. Speaking of going in 1v5, we are doing that, and we're just going to E out. I think it's a big error. I don't know if we wanted to blast cone there. Might have been a misclick. Oh my god, Gnar managed to just put us in the wall. And it is Gravesing time, baby. Here he goes. Bang, that's one. Lee Sin, holy shit, forced to flash the wall. Gnar Q manages to land and burn from the blue smite is Moose Smite, isn't it? Or red smite is burn. Whatever, he died to the burn. That guy's dead. Cleave down. TPing top is Twisted Fate. Gnar actually TP top as well there, and I think this Graves is very potent, very powerful. I wonder if we're going to vote yes on this FF. I actually don't know if we win this game or not. This is not... I knew that we got a quadra kill. That's why I clicked on it. I was like, holy, quadra kill? There's a quadra kill in the title? Like, that sounds good, but I think we're going to lose. This is looking pretty grim. Is Kentek Soul's our win condition, and that is not a good one. That is... I'll tell you something about win conditions. That's up there with, like, a Shaco. You know what I mean? Like, that's bad. It's bad. Zyra ult is coming out here. We do TP on top of the minion here, and I think this could be a really good play for us. We don't know. I don't know about the sums. I wasn't tracking them. The E is really, really clean, but the Zyra manages to stun us on the wall. Oh my god, LeBlanc is absolutely one-shot our Twisted Fate in the backline, out of nowhere. Healthy champion. And meanwhile, look at the play bot here. Wow, really clean again. This guy really knows the edge of his E. That's really insane. It's almost a vertical angle he gets on that wall there. I mean, yeah, I guess this is something you'd expect from the Camille player. Takes out the Zyra. Is not afraid. He's just using the ult to guarantee a kill. By the way, type of scenario like you can hold your ult there, but Camille ult, it's not even like it's fine. It's not even that good. Like it's not the type of, it's not like Seraphine ult where you have to hold it. You're not going to use it on one guy. I mean, the scenario is where you do that. Anyway, moving on. Ooh, gonna reset here. We do have enough for Sterak's. Never mind. Are we being sneaky? I think we're being sneaky here. Gnar could be in a bit of trouble. Ooh, we're actually going to stay. This is a new buy play if I've ever seen one. I'm going to pronounce his name differently every time because it's either an L or an N, and I don't know. We are going in right as the Nar gets Mega. We just saw him E. No, that was not the E animation. That was a weird animation here. Are we going to go for the dive? I don't think so. Pinging it off. Pinging danger. Of course, all 5 enemies are missing on the map right now. Gonna go bot wave here. This is going to be a slow game. This is going to be a hard game to win. This is going to be a toughie. Wonder what we're going to do. In the bot wave here, have the Styrax available. Wonder what the next item is as well. Armor. Interesting. Could be Death Stance? Yeah, actually, I like Death Stance a lot in this game. Fed Graves trying to one-shot you. Fed LeBlanc trying to one-shot you. I think Death Stance is really good. He's even pinged on the way to the wave, and Twisted Fate is just absolutely griefing it. I'd AFK at that point, mate. I hate people stealing my waves. Speaking of stealing waves, this mid wave is now out. Screw you, Ezreal. You suck. And I wonder if the enemy team is just going to force a Baron here. We have 2 options. We can fight this Baron. It looks like we're going to. The Twisted Fate Destiny comes through, but he's inside the sights of the Graves. We are going to take out the Zyra on the side. Bit of weeding for us. Now Styrax is procced. We've got to watch out for the ult. We're going to kite away the Graves. Has his sights set on us next, but we full one-shot him. The GA is procced, and the Blanc is next target. She sends us back to the Graves like, you can have this guy. And I think the Baron's going to go down. The damage coming out from us is completely absurd in that scenario. I thought we were going to die to the Graves there, but turns out the Graves is the one in danger. I think I saw something about Walter White saying that. Look at the Baron damage from us. Bang. Baron dead. About 20 seconds, maybe less. Gonna grab the top wave here. Gonna take the reset. I think we're getting closer to Death Stance. Kai'Sa is trying to die. I don't know what she's doing. She's gotta be a little bit more careful in that scenario. Whoa, my god. Man, Ravenous Hydra is a ridiculously good item. That's crazy. That was like 1k healing off 6 minions. Alright, bet. Nope, that is not Death Stance. I don't know what item that is, but it's not Death Stance. Could be, Jackshaw? That's Death Stance. GA, okay. Well, you know, either or. One of those items makes sense. Yeah, GA is good as well. I don't know. Camille's a lot of items you can build, man. You got a lot of items you can build. I've never seen Jackshaw in Camille, though. I feel like that's just no good. Which is probably why it's not going in, to be fair. This top tier one is still alive, and that's kind of illegal. That is a bit egregious. Particularly given how hard top was, like, winning. And how close he was to killing it at some points, anyway. Gonna shove this wave in here. I wonder if the enemy team's even gonna try and protect this. I think it's bad. I think with your mid wave like this, never mind, Graves is actually looking to get a pick on the Karma mid lane. I don't know if you're watching Karma's health bar that's just then, but it went from full to like a third in half a second. I think it was one Graves auto attack, just absolutely pumped her in the face. It's brutal. Man, lethality champions when they're fed are just funny to watch, aren't they? Little support player and some Rengar. Fucking die! Just one-shots her. Man. I think we might have to TP back here. I think pushing this next one's a little bit psycho. But he has a lot of faith in his team. I'd be pinging my team like crazy, like, don't die right now. LeBlanc hit a match us, but we do have ult available. I think this is very bad from LeBlanc. You cannot outplay this. This is what I'm talking about. Ult completely counters her. She tries to... I don't know what the hell she was trying there. I think maybe she thought she could, like, W away or something, but doesn't respect the Camille's engage range. And I don't know how the hell that fight has ended up there. I was not watching the map. But suddenly we're in the enemy red side jungle. And Camille is ending top wave. I think they have to respect this. Then RTP comes through, and we're just going to E out. Damn, ballsy. Ballsy to keep splitting in that scenario. Very ballsy. Yeah, I mean, if you're getting pressured on the mid-wave tower, like, that's quite scary. That's like, the game can end if your team screws up there. But again, he's got faith. He understands the losing play there is to reset. Losing play, the play where you get nothing and you only react, is to reset and have no faith in your team. The winning play is to get the inhib. And then believe that your team will hold. And that's what he did. Looks like this game is kind of falling out of the enemy hands here. We have 3.2k gold in the bank. I believe that LeBlanc had a shutdown. Must have been. We did actually eat 3 towers, actually. We ate 3 towers and an inhib top. That top lane went from having 3 towers to having 0 towers very, very fast. So I guess that's probably where all our gold came from. And now we are a 4-item Camille, approaching a 5th. We have ults available here. I think this is going to be the last fight of the game. The Grave Blind comes through a bit early. Lee Sin looking for the insect, just completely trolls it. What the hell was that? And I think the fight is still good for us. Twisted Fate sprinting him the gold card, decides to use it on the Kai'Sa under tower, but no one there to follow up. And I think it could be off Iron Engage here. I wonder if we're going to Q2 on anyone. We're going to Q2. Managed. Wow, we just E out. We just E out there. Bit of bait. Bait out the Kai'Sa. Say, hello, what's up? Not actually doing this. Had the double inhib. We could just take this and leave. Fight's not looking that good here. We need a very clean engage. We need like a snap Twisted Fate gold card. We don't have the Lee Sin kick anymore because of whatever the fuck Lee Sin did before. Our engage is a little bit scuffed. We don't want to go in first on Camille. We just get one shot. So I think, yeah, we're going to back out. Call it a day. Could potentially fight bot here. If not, overwalks. We are in a bit of trouble. Good thing that he didn't fight that. Well played. It's very easy in that scenario to just E on top of Gnar and then die and lose the game. He's not looking for it here. Gnar could be overextended, but again, the big question mark around the map is that Raptors pit. Enemy red buff Raptors. Can't really go and fight Gnar in mid-wave if you don't know if there's a LeBlanc or a Graves sitting there. Graves is so fed, man. That guy is ridiculously strong. So I think the enemy team still has a win condition. And that win condition is if they get that one fight where that Graves gets to cleave on the backline, he gets to one-shot the Ezreal, one-shot the Karma. I think if Graves gets a flank, if LeBlanc gets a flank, the fight's good. The problem is that if they're interacting with this Camille in any way, they will lose. Because Graves does not have enough damage to one-shot this thing. I don't think. And Camille definitely has enough damage to one-shot him. So I think if the Graves is on the Camille, it's a bad fight. Unless it's a 5-on-1. So that the options are pick the Camille, or don't interact with her and kill her team. And leave her in a 5-on-1. And I think here... Yeah, I mean, there's also okay. So the enemy team could try and force on mid here. That's a big thing. If you see Camille on bot wave here, you can try to force an engage on mid. That's the strongest player. Everyone else on that team is weak. I think Graves LeBlanc would absolutely decimate the enemy team right now if they were to walk up. But again, very respectful from our team. This is high-low in Korea, so you would expect like these players are good. These players are good. They're a bit psychopathic though. Korean server is notoriously people have hands, but man, it's a bit crazy in there. 1100 gold in the bank. Shoving the mid-wave here. This is kind of hard to end. It's really, really interesting. Like, it's kind of a weird way, like, weird game to play. Kai'Sa actually has priority on the mid-wave here. And I think the biggest reason for that is look at the vision. Like, any jungle is completely dark here. We do see a LeBlanc top side, so again, we see Graves coming out of base, so we feel comfortable to push this up here. We have the Destiny coming through from Twisted Fate. Looks like there's an engage happening top side here. Look at the fight, buddy. I don't want to see you lost at the tower here. Kai'Sa has gone down to the Ezreal. I don't know what the hell's going on up there. Meanwhile, the riveting action on outside of the screen is where right-clicking tower. Let's fucking go. It's dead. It's dead. Tower is gone down. 675 gold in the bank there, and that is an extremely favorable play for us. Kai'Sa seems to have just inted again. And she's kind of selling this game. Getting pinged off by our team. I like that little play. He just sidesteps the Gnar rocket. LeBlanc, desperation, tries to steal the blue buff, but again, that's not her territory anymore. It looks like this game is falling out of the enemy team's hands. 300 CS at 33 means he's kept on top of this 10 CS per minute pretty much the entire game. It's not quite 10, it's like 8.8, something like that. Graves is here, actually. This is the game-winning play. If this Graves beats the Camille in the 1v1, both of them have GA, and he's not going to look for it. I think Liubai knows that he's in danger there, but Graves flashes to get the blast cone. I don't think it's going to matter. We just E out. The hook shot. Quite a versatile tool. And Graves, he's feeling smug of himself. He's like, I'm going to flash and kill the blast cone. Not so smug now, I bet. That's a bit of a way to get humbled. And now we have the TP available. That was their one chance to win the game there. Very disciplined out of Liubai to not just flip that fight, by the way. Because I think that's a fight that you can win. Particularly if you're really good at Camille, like Liubai does. Like, Liubai is, sorry. But again, he knows, how do we lose this game? We lose this game if I die. We particularly lose if I lose my GA. At the worst. Like, that's already, like, really, really bad. So he knows that I don't have to kill this Graves to win. All I have to do, be respectful, get out. We're going to win the game. And it's good. It's well played. Now we're going to play 4-1. They need way more than one person to match this Camille. And this is where the pressure's going to start mounting on the enemy team. It's pretty hard to do anything in this scenario. You've got to have 2 guys bot, 3 guys bot at all times. But at the same time as you have to answer this bot lane, there's a massive question getting asked in mid lane. And they're posturing to engage. If you rotate 3 guys bot, then your 2 guys are suddenly in a lot of danger of just getting flash gold cutted by the Twisted Fate, having a Lee Sin, or maybe not this Lee Sin, insect them, you know? And I think this bot lane siege could be the game breaker. We don't have a mid-wave though. Gnar looking for a flash engage, manages to get a big one. The Hyper Wallop comes through, and Graves is not going to be on the backline. Are we going to take out the Graves here? I think focusing the Graves down is the perfect idea. We just Q2 the Gnar out of disdain and finish him off. Graves is next, and it looks like the FF vote is coming through as we have the YouTube cards finishing off, and we're just cleaving through the enemy team. Oh my god. Camille Q is really, really something to behold, isn't it? And Liubai. What an amazing player. What an amazing player. I'm going to pause the video there. FF comes through. That's the last fight there. Hyper carry from Camille. And that engage didn't even look that bad. That Gnar got about as big as he possibly could. Now this video looks interesting down here. What's going on down there? It seems like a GP has done 1,800 damage to Zarath. That's quite something. Anyway, moving on. GG's everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. That was fun for me. I enjoyed that. Liubai. He's pretty crazy, this champ, isn't he? Anyway, GG's. Bye, 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 bye.